tired of waiting, so I can go and tour the band. So I'm gonna start this thing on my own. Hey, I'm Ferdinand, this guy right here. And the band I'm referring to is called ARSON-STRIKE. But there's a problem. When I founded this band in Hollywood, California, I was in America on a student visa studying aviation. And when I finished my course and got my license, I had to come back to Brazil, where I'm from. And even though we had recorded an album, the band was way too small to qualify me for an artist visa. So I shipped my 1991 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy from California to South America to try to take matters in my own hands. I've got a full tank of gas, a tent, a mattress, and an acoustic guitar. Oh, also this fishing rod here. And I'm going to try to go on my first international tour. Well, when I say international, I mean Asunción, the capital city of Paraguay, the nearest neighboring country. It's an 11-hour ride, and I'm going to busk for fuel, fish for food, and camp for shelter. And if I make it there and back, I guess I'll be a happy camper. So here's the deal. I'm gonna busk, but I'm also bringing some merch to sell, some stickers and some t-shirts. Oh, by the way, that right there is my lunch. I'll show you guys later. Anyway, I'm gonna keep riding until I run out of fuel. And in these old bikes here, let me show you how it works. That is a fuel selector. Right now it's on off. I'm gonna turn it on, ride until I run out of fuel, then I switch it to reserve, and that's gonna give me a few extra miles to busk and hopefully make some money to buy some gas. So for the first leg of this trip, I am wrapping this chunk of meat here to cook it using the heat from my exhaust pipes. Let's see how it goes. First stop was at a very small town, but I was lucky enough to make a few bucks, just enough to buy some gas. But I needed to get the hell out of there because it was getting late. And I knew roughly where the river was. That road is not ideal for Harleys. It's very sandy, but I had to go anyway. Almost went down twice, but I found a safe spot near the river to set up my tent. I only had a couple of hours of sunshine left. And that's not a lot if you need to catch your dinner. That spot by the shore was really not ideal because there were some branches hanging low, so I couldn't really throw far, but I kept trying instead of looking for another place because I was desperate. As you can see, I was throwing really close to the shore. I wasn't getting any bites, but I've tried changing lures. And eventually I decided to just bathe and try fishing later upriver. It was hard, but eventually I caught the fish, and you did not need to hear me complaining about how hard it was and how sweaty I am even after bathing. And now all I have to do is eat and try to get some sleep. Alright guys, this is the inside of my tent. This is my inflatable mattress and my wool blanket that I'm definitely not going to use. It's quite hot in here. I am camped near the river and it's 9 p.m. but it's still very hot, so that's my bike outside. And well, it was tough. Today was tough. It's early in the morning. I already packed my tent. The night was rough, very humid, very hot. My hair is still wet, and I've saved the fish's head for today's breakfast. So I'm boiling some water and I'm making fish broth. This is what happens if you try to go off-roading with a cruiser. You gotta deal with this now. Now that I'm cleaning the bike, I've noticed that the belt guard broke off right here where it's welded on the frame. And it was being held together by 2 bolts, but I'm gonna have to have it welded back on. Just cleared customs. I am at the border of Paraguay and Brazil. This is a very dangerous area. It's like a funnel for drug trafficking. Like everything they harvest in South America, they pass through here to Brazil and then to Europe, as far as I know. So there are shootings here. All the gangs are drawn to this place, so I want to put as much distance as I can from here to the place I'm camping tonight. So I'm gonna fill up the tank because the gas here is cheaper, and then I'm taking off. And the night has come and gone. The sun went out to make room for the moon. Being in this situation where I'm camped in the middle of nowhere, I can't help but think that I am denied the right to defend myself. When you go over national borders, you're always going to be searched. Your luggage is going to be searched. Around this area of the world, there are also checkpoints everywhere. They thoroughly go through your papers. And yeah, I can't carry this knife inside my bag because obviously I'm also carrying camping gear, so this is for cooking. I don't know if they would like it if I told them that I can also use this knife for self-defense. But it's kind of a joke, isn't it? I mean, people around here carry AK-47s. Yeah, there are mountain lions, there are jaguars, but I'm not really worried about them. I'm worried about ill-intentioned people. So what I do is, during the day, I just look for a good spot to camp. And a good spot is a hidden spot. So it's got to be in the middle of dense vegetation. People can't see me from the road, because if people can see me from the road, a tent and a motorcycle, I'm going to be robbed for sure, or kidnapped, or worse. So yeah, pretty helpless. Oh, also about animals, I said I'm not afraid of the cats. It's not because I'm brave, it's because I know they're shy around people. if this were grizzly bear country, I would never be camping, without a shotgun or bear spray or whatever you guys use up north. But there are animals that come check out the guy in the tent. And I don't know what they are, but they show up a lot and they wake me up. But that's not my biggest concern. My mission has failed. The roads to Asunción are closed. There was a trucker strike. And I was advised not to continue because they don't know when they are going to end the blockade. So I'm gonna have to go back home. This is just reality. And I can't come back anytime soon because there are laws in Brazil regarding temporary imports of vehicles. So if I go home and I decide to come back, it's gonna have to be months and months from now because I can't renew my temporary import. So yeah, it's over. No, I wasn't gonna let that destroy my entire thing. So I went home, but then I went to the bus station, and it's not nearly as exciting, but it got me there, and I got to finish my business. What never ceases to amaze me is how rock and roll brings people together, no matter where you are in the world. I got to know this guy, Mike Martinez, and we got along really well. He introduced me to his band, Nightbound, and we had a great afternoon together. I even got to jam with them in the rehearsal studio.